folks. Joe here with Andrew, the benevolent Oompa Loompa overlord of Dave's Sweet Tooth Toffee. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, well, thank you for joining us again.
Yeah.
We're here at ECRM's Candy Planning Christmas and Halloween session in Vegas. And now Dave and I, this is coming full circle. Dave and I first met, well, he found out about ECRM through one of our videos. And then he came, I met him last year. Which one was it last year?
It was Everyday.
Everyday Candy, so that was in the summer.
Yep.
And where he was a first-time supplier and ended up becoming one of the Buyer's Choice Award winners.
Yep, absolutely.
And so we did a video interview then. So what I wanted to do is to follow up with him and talk a little bit about what's happened since. So tell us. How have things gone from your last meeting?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, the first time around was great. You know, I actually can't say enough good things about the process and the program that you guys put on. So, first of all, thank you for that. It was very eye-opening. We got a chance to meet, I think it was over 60 different buyers from, you know, everything from home goods type stores to grocery to, you know, I mean, you name it. So, it was a great experience for us. We got a lot of positive feedback, a bunch of new accounts, new distributors, new chain stores to go into, a couple new independents. So I've been working hard on the follow-up over the last 6 or 8 months on that, and you know, happy to be back to do it again.
That's great, and well, always happy to hear that. We love when our customers get business because of our sessions, and also we were talking before. You mentioned you really worked the follow-up. You used a lot of our tools and worked with our account managers to really nail it. Could you describe some of the activities that you did and how you incorporated our tools into
Sure,
that?
yeah, I mean, the tools are fantastic. It's not like a traditional trade show. You know, you guys really have your stuff. It's really on point. You guys provide everything that we need to, you know, to follow up with these customers and you know, close on this potential business. Everything from, you know, our products are all listed in there. All of the buyer profiles are there. You know, it's easy to send emails, to make notes on, you know, when they wanted it, what they were interested in. Do we need to send samples? Where do we need to send them? So all of that was in one place. I could access it from a desktop, from my, you know, from my iPhone. So it made it very, very easy to follow up and follow up effectively, because that's important, right? You can. It's one thing to just send an email. It's another thing to, you know, have that warm, you know, introduction. You've just met. This is what we talked about. How do we move forward? So we did a great job of doing that, and it was all thanks to the tools that you guys provided. So
Cool, and you mentioned that it's so many meetings, it can be overwhelming. I was glad to hear that it helped you to stay on focus, you know, with the appropriate people. So you also had some learnings from your discussions with buyers during that session that you applied to your packaging,
Sure.
which you updated. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah,
And
so
have some samples here too.
Actually, during that time, you know, we were in the process of updating our packaging. We still kept the same cool mason jar shape. You know, that was my dad made it. He's a retired firefighter, packed it in a mason jar, so that's where that motif came from. And we've had that for a while, but you know, it was really just kind of a craft paper bag with plain red and black lettering. So two of the biggest questions we always got was, what is the product, and are they all the same? You know, we have 5 different flavors, and so, you know, we've done a pretty good job redesigning our packaging here.
Here, we'll hold it up.
Yeah,
so you can see a
So-
close-up of it.
So you've got a different color band now to denote the different flavors, a picture of the product, which is super important. It's really indicative of what's inside the package. And then, you know, some flavor cues and some fun little quips to kind of like get people interested. And the packaging, we really feel, does a very good job now of selling the product when we're not there to tell the story and let people taste it. Exactly.
And then you also have a really cool shipper that I saw in your meeting space.
So the shipper's really cool. We spent a lot of time, a lot of money designing that. You know, it's full color litho printed shipping for 5 cases, 60 count shipper. A company called Michigan Box in Detroit. Some good friends of ours helped us to design it and to build it for us. So it's really cool. Each shelf is its own individual case. So, you know, when you're selling the product, you can start with all 5, and if one's selling better than the other, you can replace that with open stock and still keep the shipper. So it's a really nice floor display. It's only about 1 foot by 1 foot, you know, 5 cases tall. So it doesn't take up a lot of space. It gives a store an opportunity to kind of test all the flavors, see what works best, and then we include 2 pounds of samples, of bulk samples with each one. So as soon as it gets to the store can rip it open, start sampling it out to customers, and, you know, as you can attest to, once they try it, they buy it.
Yep,
So,
and it gives them, the retailer, a few different ways that they can use this.
Absolutely.
the
There's about a
shipping.
half dozen different ways to merchandise our product, which is really effective when you're talking about small spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Shelf space is a premium. I mean, it's really important to give them as many options as possible and ways to merchandise the product. So
It seems that that would also make a retailer feel a little more comfortable about giving you guys a try.
Yeah.
Because they could always pop that in and see how it works.
absolutely. And then, providing the samples is huge because, we're not a huge brand. We're a small company, startup. The key to, getting business for us is to get people to try it. So
Yeah.
by offering those free samples, as soon as, they can put it on the floor, tear it open. It takes about 2 minutes to set the thing up. It's ready to go. And then you've got samples to start sampling to customers. And 9 times out of 10, people buy it as soon as they try it. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I know why. So what's coming up next?
a couple new holiday flavors. We're designing some dark chocolate with peppermint in a bag. We're gonna do a pumpkin spice, possibly a gingerbread cookie. Some fun stuff for the next 2019 season. That's kind of what we're discussing here with some retailers. Some in and outs for the holidays. There's a lot of new stuff on the horizon. It's just a couple surprise. We got to keep some things.
Well,
surprising.
yeah, of course, definitely. Well, I look forward to it, and
Yeah, absolutely.
thank you for everything, and congratulations again on the success.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Look forward to the next one.
All right.
Yep.